Hi guys. Man, that kind of made my heart jump a little bit. I'm trying to calm down. From what I see, I made kind of like the Hawks and Falcons over here go a little crazy doing that. Gotta sage myself. Burning lavender. Today's a really peaceful day. I feel pretty good energies and it's very calming and soothing. No negativity really. Whatever negativity is coming your way, it tends to be, psychic vampires and people we deal with. It's not necessarily shifts or energy or anything like that. So, excuse me, I'm still fighting a cold. Sorry, I need water. So right now I'm drinking water, purified water, with a pinch of sea salt because it's good to cleanse inside and out. And just a little bit of sea salt inside the body is good for you. It's also good to cope with the shifts that are happening. Sea salt actually helps a lot with those. So, and plus it gets my voice clearer. So, today's discussion, I might lay in the grass a little bit here because I was just catching anxiety before I started this. So I needed this. So I'm going to use my flip. Nah, it's dirty. Oh well. I'm just going to lay. So, today's topic is on comfort zones, taking risks, and what was the other one? Fear. I think fear is really, 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 really important to discuss because we all deal with it in different ways and have different situations we fear or ending results we fear because we think we see the bigger picture of things and really we don't. So I have hawks right now flying above. I don't know if you can see him. He's right now, I guess it's lunchtime, so they're hunting little rabbits and stuff, poor bunnies. But I wanted to discuss this because I feel like this is very important in evolvement and evolving and learning and the soul growing. See, we grow every single day. And evolving is important to us. Come on, we've evolved so many years since humans were even invented. It's important. Not just the body, but also the soul. You have to evolve the soul. You have to better yourself on a daily basis to continue to have good vibes come your way from the universe. Fear tends to hold us down like chains. When you fear something, you actually limit yourself and stop yourself from learning or evolving. Now, the problem with fear is a lot of times we fear because we don't know the ending result of what it is we're fearing. Sometimes we don't know if we're gonna conquer it or if it's actually gonna destroy us. So we just don't take the risk whatsoever. And that's what keeps us in the same routine every single day. And then we're miserable because we're living the same routine because we're scared to take risks or, do something new. The fear of failure seems to be one of the fears that are common. The fear of, dying alone is also a common fear for many. Things like that tend to, I feel like it kind of stops you from being your true self. And I'm moving closer to the house because my connection's weak. But it stops us from knowing who we truly are. We learn about each other and ourselves every single day. So there's always something new to learn about yourself. And I'm still learning. I've been into, this path since I was about 13. It started off as traditional. And I started going my own way and forming my own way through what I see and witness myself. So that to me is coming out of my comfort zone. Another way of coming out of the comfort zone, a lot of people are scared to change or changes coming in their life. They never know if it's going to actually make them truly happy, or if it's a change to challenge them. And see, the problem with that is you'll never really know unless you give it a try. I always say that you'll never know unless you try something. You can't trust somebody else's opinion on something because they might like something that you don't, or you might like something they don't. So you have to try things in order to know if it's something you love or if it's something you don't love. And that's not just like simple things like foods and stuff. I'm talking about like if you want to go skydiving and you always say you want to try it, do it. Create a bucket list. I feel like bucket lists are important. It's something that we can say we did, and our soul is it has an experience to remember, a memory, you know, something in your spirit journey that follows all your lives. So it's important. Another thing that people are afraid to change are like relationships or things like that, you know, like if they're not happy or whatever, they just continue to stay in there because they're scared or they're depending on somebody. And that keeps you limited. It does, because you're not thinking, well, if I did this, it can become like this. And if I tried this, even if I'm scared to try it, I'm going to try it. You know, you have to have that mentality like, you know what? I only live once. Even though you really don't live once, you live more than once. But that's your soul that lives once. Your physical only lives once. Enjoy things. Try things, you know? If you like somebody, tell them you like them. Like, what do you have to lose letting somebody know how you feel? No matter what it is, positive or negative. If you don't like somebody, there's no reason to pretend you do. You know, a lot of people say that if you don't like somebody and you smile at them and say hi, it's being a mature adult. No, it isn't. To me, it's pretending. If you don't like somebody, avoid their presence, avoid their energy. Don't on purpose be in the same place as this person that drags you down or drains you. And I feel like a lot of times we set ourselves up for failure because we know like shit's about to go down or something like that, and we still wind up ignoring it and still doing these things. Now, this can be, I feel like when it comes to taking risks, this can be taken in different ways. People can see it in different ways. What I mean by taking risk, I mean if something is going to lead you to that ending desire you want of your full ascension and everything, don't let nothing get in the way of it. Don't let physical situations get in the way or anything like that. Use it as motivation. Because a lot of times people will meet other people. And this is not personally me. This is just me talking. Because I know a lot of witches that are now, I see on news feeds, they're in a relationship with another witch. And these two witches are in two different states. And, you know, things like that. It's possible. But what I'm trying to say is, like, you meet somebody, you have a connection, but because of money or, you know, they're in a miserable relationship or committed or whatever the scenario, because there's always a different scenario, you have to just wait and just deal, you know, and wait. And sometimes that can drive somebody with strong emotions crazy. It can. Because the person, you want to take the risk. You want to go and, you know, move to that state where they're at, things like that. And they're not taking the risk because they're not packing up their stuff and going to meet you halfway. A lot of people don't meet people halfway in relationships or anything like that. And sometimes it gets us disappointed, which makes us have fear, which makes us not take risks, which makes us stay in a comfort zone. So it's all attached. It's a chain reaction, you know? So we tend to trust, and I'm not saying don't be like a bitter person and not trust people. I'm just saying to trust the vibes you get from them. Study their language, study their body language, Study their actions. Actions are important. A lot of people can tell you they'll do things, or they'll sell you a dream, or they'll do this and that. But are they actually doing it, or are they just saying it so they can have you and be selfish? So you have to expand your mind and learn to try things. Even if it's something you never saw yourself doing. Try it. Now, I'm not saying, be dumb and jump off a bridge and, without a bungee cord or whatever and see if the gods are going to save you. I'm not saying that because you're still a human being. You still can die. But what I'm saying is the whole soul taking a whole new experience and embracing change. Change comes all the time. And it comes in signs. It comes in butterflies. It comes in moths. It comes in when you notice the seasons, because I'm kind of like really open with the seasons. I can tell what deities and stuff are coming when the seasons change. Those to me are changes. Every season I feel like we shed our old skin and we're like new. And that's how we have to see it on a daily basis, that we're always evolving, we're always growing, we're always new. So better yourself, and if there's something you want, go and get it. Don't let nothing get in the way of what you want. If it's healthy for you, if it soothes the soul, if it makes you feel like a child again, because there's not a lot of things in this world that make us feel like a child. If it makes you mutually happy and laugh, go for it. Don't let, but what if, this happens, or that stops you so bad. And that is such, to me, I'm going to be honest, it's cheap conversation when you're, but to me is negative, can't to me is negative. I shouldn't is negative, couldn't is negative. Don't say those terms, because you're already manifesting bad results to what you want. Use terms like, it's mine, I will get it, and I will have it. I will have it by 2 weeks, or I will have it by a week. You're already manifesting that to happen. So you gotta remember that the laws of attraction and manifesting don't stop, don't have days off. It's constantly working, and your brain is constantly working, and your energy never shuts off. You're not like a flashlight where you need batteries. You're constantly illuminating, you're constantly glowing, and we got to remember that we have to constantly get up there. Now, in this world, we have humans, we have situations, we have evil that distract us from remembering these things, remembering to take these risks so we can keep growing and things like that. We're always like thinking about our worries and what our fears are. And I'm going to be honest, there's people who have fears and they relive their fears every day in their dreams, or they constantly think of their fear and things like that. And they don't realize you're creating that to happen sooner. So it's all about vibes, positive vibes. Do new things. Go try surfing. Go try skateboarding. If that's what you want to do, do it. If you always wanted to paint, go paint. Express your feelings through colors. Or write music. Or, orchestrate your own music with instruments. I know there's a lot of you that play instruments. Do it. And I swear to you, you're going to start to realize your brain opens a new chapter, and you're going to be able to see and feel things. And I'm not talking about ghosts and, all that stuff. I'm talking about people, their agendas, their intuition. What their mission is for you being in their life. Things like that. You get to see the colors of their auras, and that tells you their personality and characteristics. Things like that. So every single time you dedicate to yourself and soothing your soul and taking those risks and finding happiness and love, because if you do have a piece of happiness, you gotta hold that tight. And if you have that, expand it. It's always about expanding. Expanding love and expanding happiness. It heals. It heals the earth. It heals humans. It heals animals. It heals plants, things that help us be here. Because without these trees and plants and all that, we wouldn't be here. Without bees and animals, we wouldn't be here. So we all play an important role in each other's life, being on earth. But with that being said, what I'm trying to say is take the risk. You want to try something, do it. Do it with the people you love. If there's people out there that you desire, go for them. You know, make that happen. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? Because it's time to listen to the soul and trust it completely. So if anybody has any questions or anything, you can always comment or message me. I love you guys. Blessed be.